Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Harlingen City Commission Workshop. We do have two meetings today. We are going to start first with our workshop, and then we will begin promptly after with our City Commission meeting. So thank you for joining us. At this time, we do have a quorum as we have all commissioners present, and then we have Commissioner Kinsley via Zoom. At this time, I'll ask for everybody to please rise as Commissioner Lopez leads us in our invocation.
Heavenly Father, we gather here today with open hearts and minds. Guide our discussions, grant us wisdom, and help us work together effectively. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
The pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under state law, a conflict of interest exists if a council member or certain members of that person's family has a qualifying financial interest in an agenda item. Members with a conflict of interest cannot participate in the discussion or vote on the agenda item. Are there any known conflicts of interest to disclose at this time?
None.
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 None. None.
Commissioner Kinsley,
Can't hear us.
do we have him on mute? Commissioner?
Commissioner, can you hear us?
I can now, yes.
Great. Mark just read off the conflict of interest.
I have none.
Okay, we're going to move on to citizens' communication. We don't have any at this time for the workshop.
We'll close the citizen communication, having no one signed up to speak on this meeting, and move on.
Item 1 is discussion on the proposed City of Harlingen budget for fiscal year 2025 through 2026.
Mayor, before Robert gets started, we handed out packets today for the budget workshop. I would like to point out that none of the information that we talked about in budget workshop 4 was changed. It's the same information that we discussed and we agreed to fund in budget workshop number 4. The only thing we're waiting on was for the rates from the county to determine what our tax rate would be. And so that was the only new slide on page 2 of your handout that was added. And there was more informational items added, but nothing changed in the budget. So, Robert?
Thank you, Gabe. Good evening, Mayor and City Commissioners. As Gabe discussed, we did receive the final numbers that we needed for our calculation. And so our calculated no new revenue rate is calculated at 0.509129 per 100, and our voter approval rate is 0.528560 per 100. And we are currently, our current rate is at 0.527524. So tonight, we'll discuss a rate, and the budget was prepared based on our current rate, our tax rate of 5.527524 per 100.
And I'd like to point out that that is below the voter approval rate. Go ahead, Rob.
That is correct. So that is below our approval rate. So at this point, we'll need direction to see what rate we will move forward with the budget. Did you want me to go in detail on the rest of the slides?
If you could go to the next slide.
We did prepare a proposed tax rate analysis to see, comparing like the no new revenue rate, the voter approval rate, the current rate, and some increments going down from that rate, from the voter approval rate.
Okay, I'd like to point out that the current rate, which is 2024, which is the third column from left, if we go with that rate, that would result in a loss of revenue of $56,000 compared to the voter approval rate. And then what we did was we had increments of 0.0025 reductions from the voter approval rate, not our current rate. So going with the fourth column from left, If we adopt a rate that's .0025 lower than the voter approval rate, that will result in loss of revenue of $136,000. And then subsequently, we double that to .005, that'll result in a loss of revenue of $272,289.
So Gabe, do you have a recommendation on how much to lower the tax rate?
Yes, I would like to go with the .0025. That would give us a lower rate than our current rate that we have now.
Which column here?
It's the fourth one from left.
So stay at our current rate.
No, go with the,
The one right next to it.
yeah, it's a little bit lower than our current rate.
Okay.
Our
That would
current
be
rate
the
is-
.526060.
Yeah, our current rate is 52.75, this is 52.60.
So based on the numbers that were used, the budget, this would be a loss of revenue of $136,144,000.
Correct.
144.96.
That is correct.
And that's sustainable, we can actually absorb that into our current budget without an issue. And then just to, if you could go to slide number 5, please. I'm sorry, 6, I can't. There we go. Just to remind the commission that in our current budget, we did add one-time purchases, new positions, and salary adjustments to the employees totaling a little over $5 million. Those are new expenses to the budget. We can absorb that even with the decrease in our tax rate. And so that is what we're recommending, in keeping all the adjustments that we made.
This won't have a negative impact moving forward in the years to come?
No, we can absorb that.
It's not gonna go lower and lower and lower and lower, because every year it seems to go lower and lower. So if we keep on going lower, we're gonna end up going to a point, we're gonna be in the negative. So it seems like if we keep it, it's just gonna go more and more into the negative. I mean, that's how I see it.
It will be a reduction in revenue, but I think we can sustain that going forward. The only thing that I'm kind of concerned about, and we're watching what the state legislature is going to do, is right now we're limited to 3.5%,
And change that.
right, of additional revenue. And so they're looking at possibly reducing it to 2.5, which would be significant moving forward. So we've got collective bargaining agreements that we have to honor. We have a new CBA coming up with PD next year. And then we have some new positions in police that were grant funded that we're going to have to absorb. So those are going to be coming online too. And so that's why I'm just recommending the .0025 reduction.
Remind us how many officers are in that grant?
There were 10. I think that Finance said we've already absorbed 2.
I don't think we've absorbed any. I think it's
No?
10. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 10 that we're going to have
10.
to take into account moving forward.
So if we go this route, which you're proposing, and then that law passes, so it drops it down to 2.5%, are we putting ourselves in a bad position for the years to come? That's my concern, long-term projections. Obviously, we can't do anything about what the state's going to do.
Right. We haven't made those calculations yet, but obviously it's going to impact our CBAs going forward. We'll be limited in revenue that we can collect, and so that's one of the things we're going to have to do with if that does get approved, we're going to have to make those calculations, sit down with finance and figure out, okay, what's our forecast, financial forecast moving forward?
Right.
So we haven't done that yet. We're focused on this particular budget, and it appears that it's going to pass. So,
It appears what, sir?
that it's going to pass. So,
But we must deal with current reality, not future whatevers.
Well, that is true. We do always want to be looking ahead at what the future holds, because, and this is kind of what I asked last time when we were going over I think, not this last budget, but the one before workshop, was just to make sure that what we're adopting is sustainable moving forward, and that we are being responsible. And, we don't want, I surely don't want, I would imagine no one in the commission wants, in the future, for anyone to inherit any issues of this commission not being responsible, and ensuring that we are set up for success in the future.
With all that, all that we've discussed, and you feel comfortable with the rate that you've suggested, then I'll make a motion, or
Okay.
will
this
verbally
just,
say that I
uh,
support
Okay.
that rate then.
Yes, because it's just a workshop. We're actually going to have to consider that in the regular meeting right after
Okay.
this.
Correct.
So, yes, I feel comfortable, and I've had plenty of discussions with finance already. And so we've gone through this budget several times. We spent almost all day Friday and Monday going through this, making sure that the information we gave you was accurate. And so we feel comfortable that is, and obviously, we want to try to lower the rate some for the citizens. And so I think that's probably the best scenario that we can present at this time.
Okay.
And just as a reminder, I think we have over $1 million worth of development this coming on to the
What?
property,
What, 100 million?
100, I'm sorry, 101 million, 100 million. And so with that, although it does bring in, hopefully, right, additional revenue because it'll be it's new construction, remember that we have services to provide for all of these developments coming in.
Great.
So, the concern of having 47 people in parks, and then, the limited staff in all of the departments. So just things to think about as we move forward.
Right, and one of the things I'd like to add that's going to impact this budget moving forward as far as revenue goes is that we've actually had meetings with developers for subdivisions that are going to be coming online, going towards the west side of town. And so the future looks promising for those developments. And then we had a meeting with Waterworks, and you may recall that one of the major recommendations for sewer development was a new sewer plant. They're telling us that that probably won't be needed right away, that we can probably delay 10 to 15 years in doing that. So I think that's, but we still need to work with them in getting sewer infrastructure in those parts of town that don't have any.
And upgrading what we have now, because
Yes.
during the
Right.
rain, a lot of my district had sewer backups, and the flooding was a result of sewer backing up into their house. So we need to continue pushing to upgrade the current system while expanding to the west.
Right. And I think that's what they were identifying. Specifically, I did ask about some in your district and some in D5 about making sure that those upgrades are done, because those conditions are unacceptable. And so
Agreed.
that's the focus in that regard.
Excuse me, have you, have you reached out to Texas Water Development Board group, the committee?
Sure.
Where do we stand with funding for flooding? Drainage.
We've gotten several grants already, and there's still some that are pending, and we have a good relationship with them. But as you can see right now, we don't know what's going to happen at the state level. It seems to me like this session is kind of a bust right now, the way that it looks, but we are still pursuing all of our grants and moving forward.
The reason I'm asking is because if we work with Harlingen Waterworks hand in hand, there's a lot that we can do combined, and it'll ease a lot of the expense.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that none of this working in silos continues. We got to break that.
And I think the communications have improved with Waterworks, Commissioner. That's,
I will say one thing that I know that we had our, the presentation with the master plan and all of the improvements and everything that was going to be done with Harlingen Waterworks when we had that joint meeting. And then this commission struggled a lot with the rates, because since it's not taxpayer funded and it is fee-based and user fee supported, we had been very aggressive with wanting to make these improvements and potential increase in rates. And from what I understand, there was supposed to be a rate based on those recommendations, and there has been no other additional rates increase on Harlingen Waterworks side, and there's not one, I believe, for the rest of this year. So those are all good signs that what's happening over there is working, at least for the folks at home and looking at their bills. Those, I think we already passed 2 rate increases that we would have had and we didn't have. So we're working collaboratively and trying to get things done.
To Commissioner Morales' point, I couldn't agree more. But I would like to see if we can get Waterworks to come to a presentation to the City Commission so that we see what projects are on their list for this year.
You know, we should be,
Capital improvement project update for.
we should be getting their budget pretty soon, so we can actually,
That's a good idea. And just as we have the other staff reports, if we could get a full report, that might need to be a separate meeting instead of within the commission meeting, just because of
another workshop, we can do that.
potentially, or maybe just a joint meeting, you know, so,
Okay.
and that might work, just to get the updates of the changes that they've implemented.
Okay. I can work on that.
I would just, you know, I don't want to have a 6-hour commission meeting.
It's not like that's happened before.
Ah, all right.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
I know whose fault it was, but, all right, moving forward. Do you have any other discussions? We will be touching back on this on the regular commission meeting, but this was for discussion. We've got everything in front of us. You can kind of marinate on that before we get to the item in the city commission meeting, unless anyone else has any other questions.
No, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so thank you,
Thank you.
Robert, and we will adjourn this meeting because we have lovely people in the room wanting to get home. Let's head on over to our city commission meeting. At this time, it is 5:49 p.m., and this meeting for the Harlingen City Commission was duly posted as required by state law to begin at or after 5:45, not any earlier than 5:45 p.m. And so we'll call this meeting to order. We have a full quorum of the commission. All of the city commission is present, with the exception of Commissioner Kinsley, who is joining us via Zoom. Mark, if we can read this conflict.
Under state law, a conflict of interest exists if a commission member or certain members of that person's family has a qualifying financial interest in an agenda item. Members with a conflict of interest cannot participate in the discussion or vote on the agenda item. Are there any known conflicts of interest to disclose at this time?
None.
10G and 10H.
None.
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 Okay, moving forward, item 3, announcements. With respect to items not listed elsewhere in this agenda, the city commission may report on items of community interest, including announcing community events, announcing employee or community recognitions. Item A, mayor's announcements. Mayor?
You know, we've got a lot of things happening here in the city of Harlingen. We've got lots of grand openings and grand openings with both Walmart and the H-E-B over on Grimes. I'm sorry, not Grimes. Morgan, sorry. And so we want to invite everybody out to those events. And then particularly, I also wanted just to kind of I don't know if Javier Segura is here. I don't think so. I don't see him. But a lot of things are happening over at the Harlingen Convention Center. It seems like every weekend there is an event. There's definitely multiple events sometimes happening. And this weekend, I met with this young lady here at City Hall, and she came to visit to talk about a event that she's having called the Enchanted Garden. It's a wedding and quinceañera expo at the Harlingen Convention Center, and there's going to be over 50 vendors. There's going to be catering samples, a dress show, and plenty of door prizes. It's free to enter. This is going to be happening on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's called the Enchanted Garden Wedding and Quinceañera Expo, and they do have a Facebook page and I believe an Instagram page. They are asking that you get tickets on Eventbrite, but they are free. It's just to track attendance. And we know, one of the things that, when, talking to people in the community, especially moms, wondering where they're going to get those dresses for their quinceañeras, for their daughters, this is a place to be able to do that, weddings as well. So that's all I have. Wanted to invite everybody out to that this weekend.
Okay, now we have item B, city manager's announcements. Mr. Gonzalez?
The mayor is going to be having a press release tomorrow for Rio Fest. We're going to announce some of the lineups coming up. It's at 9:30 at the auditorium. So if you have time and you want to find out who's going to be at Rio Fest this year, stop by the auditorium so we can give you a preview of who's going to be performing. It's going to be a great event this year.
And I believe it'll be streaming for those that can't make it in person, too.
Awesome. Item C, city commission members' announcements. Commission?
Nothing.
If y'all haven't had a chance, you guys should check out the newest mural in town. It's there on Commerce Street by Madison and Monroe. It's gorgeous. Alexis did a fantastic job. So did Adrian Rodriguez, who is the artist. You should definitely check it out. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, this weekend, Flaco Jimenez died.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to see him in 1976 in Pittsburgh. And he was probably the best accordion player in the country. And I just loved him. And then today, we have Rotarians here. Lionel Betancourt passed away today. And he changed not only local Rotary clubs, but nationwide with adoption awareness picnics, and through which kids can be adopted. And staying on the music theme, his father had a recording studio in San Benito, and he recorded lots of conjunto and the young Freddie Fender.
I guess it's my turn. I just thought of something here. On August the 12th, I had the town hall meeting right here. It starts at 5:30, so everybody's welcome. It's for District 4, but it's open for everybody and anybody who wants to come in and ask a question or two or give us their input. I appreciate you showing up. Thank you.
I just want to invite the entire community on August 16th, Saturday, August 16th, we're going to have our first community cleanup. It's going to be held over there by the Texas Tourist Bureau, and we're asking for volunteers, different organizations. I know I reached out to Victor to see if he could get the Rotary to come in, because I know you guys are very involved in the community, and we would love to have you be a part of that community cleanup. This cleanup is being done by the Keep Harlingen Beautiful Board. It's a board that myself, Commissioner Kinsley, and Commissioner Lopez have brought back after it went kind of dormant after COVID. And this is the first initiative that they're starting, and we're hoping to make it a success. So we're asking if everybody can come by. Again, it's going to be on Saturday, August 16th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Texas Tourist Bureau, and you don't have to bring anything. Just come, bring yourselves, and we'll provide all the supplies and everything, and let's clean up Harlingen together.
That is it. Okay, we're going to move on to item 4, proclamation presentation of awards. We have the Harlingen Animal Shelter Pet of the Week.
I knew it was going to be a kitten.
Well, it wasn't originally a kitten, but at the very last minute, as Raul was walking out the door with Kimber the dog, a family came in and wanted to adopt Kimber. So we had to make a very last minute switch. So this is Tuber. He is a domestic short-haired tabby. He's a gray tabby and white. He's about 4 months old. And he's available for foster right now. He needs one more set of vaccines. And he is good with children and with other cats. We haven't really had him around any dogs, but he is good with children and other cats. Anybody who wants to see Tuber or any of the animals at the animal shelter is welcome to call them at 216-5250 or go by and visit them at 1106 Markowski. And real quick, tonight we are having our last night of pre-registration for our vaccine clinic this Saturday. So anybody's wanting to go and get pre-registered, we will be there until 7:30 tonight.
One of the things I wanted to ask, I want to commend you. I know y'all are so busy doing all the things that you're doing in the shelter, but you do take time to kind of put the messages out there on social media, and I think that's helpful. There was something today about what is it? It was a Telemundo event about getting all of the animals that are in the shelter adopted or fostered. Can you talk a little bit about that, either of you?
Telemundo is doing an event for the entire month of August where they're working with local shelters in the valley to clear the shelters. So they're helping promote, and we're trying to get as many animals out of the shelters valley-wide as we can. So they're helping to feature some of our animals. They're promoting it on Telemundo and just doing their part in trying to help clear the shelters and get the animals out and into forever homes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Did you have a question?
Sorry, how did that hound dog do last month? Was he adopted?
He has left the building.
Absolutely
Should have named him
gorgeous.
Elvis.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Who picks the names for the animals, by the way?
The staff. The
staff?
staff picks the names. However, they do have a book of animal names that they go through. And so I think they find the most unusual names out there, and that's what they get named.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Okay, item B, we have a proclamation for UTRGV 10th year anniversary.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So we have a proclamation for the 10th anniversary of UTRGV, so I will read the proclamation before I invite them to say a few words. Whereas the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, UTRGV, is proudly celebrating its 10th year anniversary since opening its doors in 2015, and whereas UTRGV has become an award-winning institution known for its broad range of academic programs, affordable tuition, and supportive campus environment, having conferred more than 60,000 degrees in its first decade. And whereas UTRGV made history in 2016 with the establishment of the region's only School of Medicine, expanding access to quality health care through 25 clinical care sites across the Rio Grande Valley. And whereas the university continued to grow its academic offerings with the opening of the state's first School of Podiatric Medicine in 2022, the region's first comprehensive academic cancer and surgery center set to open in 2025, and the state's second School of Optometry opening in 2027. And whereas in 2021, UTRGV students voted in favor of enhancing campus life through student referendum that paved the way for a Division I football championship subdivision team and other programs. And in the fall of 2025, the university will launch its inaugural football season, establishing the first Division I college football program at UTRGV and the Rio Grande Valley. And whereas UTRGV has earned national recognition for its commitment to educational value, social mobility, and economic impact, ranked the #1 university in Texas in 2023 and 2024 by Washington Monthly, and the number of one best public university in Texas for value and social mobility by the Wall Street Journal, and has been designated as a community engaged university by Carnegie Foundation. Now therefore I, Norma Sepulveda, Mayor of the City of Harlingen, do hereby commemorate the 10th anniversary of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and extends a heartfelt congratulations to its leaders, faculty, staff, students, and alumni on a decade of outstanding achievement and service to the region and beyond. If you'd like to say a few words.
Mayor Sepulveda and commission members and Mr. Gonzalez, good afternoon. Thank you so much for adopting a proclamation recognizing the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley's 10-year anniversary. I'm Richard Sanchez, Associate Vice President for Governmental Relations at UTRGV. With me, I have my colleague from GR, Gracia Galvan, and the Dean of our Podiatry School, Dr. LaFontaine. It's our great pleasure to serve our students from across the valley, including those from Harlingen, on behalf of our founding president, Dr. Guy Bailey, and all of us at UTRGV, thank you for your service and your support of UTRGV. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years, but what an amazing 10 years it's been. UTRGV stretches over 120 miles and has locations throughout the entire Rio Grande Valley, from South Padre Island to Rio Grande City. At a time when enrollment is declining at many universities nationwide, we've grown UTRGV to over 34,000 students. I'm proud to say we've graduated over 60,000 students. Think about what that means for our students and their families and for our workforce and economy. In less than 10 years, we've added over 45 new programs at the bachelor, graduate, doctoral, and professional levels. We opened the RGV's only School of Medicine in 2016 and the state's only School of Pediatric Medicine in 2022. We'll open the region's first comprehensive academic cancer and surgery center later this year. It actually just had a soft opening this week, and a first School of Optometry in 2027. The podiatry school has called Harlingen home for 3 years now and will graduate its first class in 2026, around the corner. The School of Medicine has established several clinics and residencies in the city. The Institute of Neuroscience opened its doors to research and services in 2021. The Harlingen Collegiate High School was the first of its kind in the region. UTRGV's occupational therapy and physical therapy programs are in the process of moving into their new home here in Harlingen. And we are very proud of the collaboration between the Harlingen EDC and our Office of Workforce and Economic Development that creates opportunities for the community to visit with business advisors and create local jobs. Football. Football is here. On August 30th, just 25 days from now, the Vaqueros will kick off its Division I college football program for the first time at the university and in the region. And as excited as we are about football, we are most proud that UTRGV has been ranked the #1 university in Texas in 2023 and 2024 by Washington Monthly Magazine, and the #1 best public university in Texas for value and social mobility by the Wall Street Journal, and is recognized as a community-engaged university by the Carnegie Foundation. So thank you again. These successes don't come in a vacuum. We know it takes great partners. So we're here to thank you for that partnership. We thank you for your support, and we thank you for your friendship. So go Vaqueros, and I know Dr. LaFontaine wants to say thanks also.
Thank you, Richard. I just want to echo what Richard said. I mean, I'd like to mention to all the people that are here, just to reiterate that the only podiatry school in the state of Texas is here in Harlingen, and it's the only state-funded podiatry school in the nation. And we have it here in Harlingen. And I think in our mission, we stay real clear that we want to give the students of the Rio Grande Valley an opportunity. I'm proud to say that every year we have an increase in number of students that are enrolled in our school. This year we have about 14 out of 31. So this is excellent news, at least for us, but we're also committed to the community, and we're opening the limb preservation program here in Harlingen, the unique one in the state of Texas. So thank you again. We could have done this without your support, and hope to see you in the school at some point. Thanks.
So I do want to just say a few words before we take a photo with all of you. UTRGV is just expanding their footprint here in the city of Harlingen and throughout the region. And I know this is, a little cliche because it's said all the time, but it is true that education is the greatest equalizer. And so it is so important for our community to have these opportunities, from opportunities for waiver for tuition for the majority of the people in our region based on the changes that UTRGV has done in our community and throughout the region is really, really commendable and puts in reach opportunities for students that otherwise would not have them. And, Dr. LaFontaine, the School of podiatric school here in our community is something, I think I've shared this with you before, is really special for me because, diabetes is prevalent in our community, and my mom had diabetes, and it is like a gateway to so many other diseases, and unfortunately, that ends up being the demise of so many in our community, and to be able to have the students here, the doctors here, the research here, the limb preservation clinic, like this is going to change the lives of so many people. The only thing I wish is we could have had it sooner, right? And another thing that's really special is when I first came on board, I had the opportunity to meet that first cohort, and I have their picture in my office here. And knowing and hearing that they're going to graduate now really puts things in perspective that, we're putting out doctors right here in the city of Harlingen, and we just hope and pray that they continue to stay here and serve our community. And that's what we're doing as a commission, trying to improve that quality of life for people so that they stay here. And I just thank you all for your service as well, because it is truly a partnership, and we could not do the things that we're doing here in Harlingen without you. And go Vaqueros, right? If I can take a picture with everyone.
Thank you. And let me take a quick opportunity we're talking about partnerships and great partners. The Valley Baptist Foundation has been phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And it was due to their very generous gift that we're going to open a limb preservation program and center that both of y'all referred to, and that'll be right here in Harlingen. And it's gonna change lives and make life easier for not only patients but for families. So,
Absolutely.
thank you.
All righty.
Yeah, sure.
And if we could have Orlando and Beverly and Casey come up as well.
Okay, ready? And 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Watch out.
Ready to move on?
All right, moving on.
We're going to go on to item 5, citizen communication. At this time, the public is invited to address the city commission and speak on any matter not specifically listed for public hearing elsewhere on this agenda. Please note that the city commission members may not respond to comments or deliberate on topics addressed. This time, we have 4 citizens that signed up. You want to do those first? Can you do it? I don't know.
Can we take some items before citizen communication? Is that okay, Mark? Just
yes,
because we
sure.
have the Rotary here and
Absolutely.
some donations.
Absolutely.
Okay. I know they've been waiting patiently. All right, sorry about that, Myra. If we can, we're going to hop on over to items 10C.
10C?
Yes.
Item 10C is consideration and possible action to authorize the city manager to execute a donation agreement between the City of Harlingen and the Rotary Club of Harlingen in the amount of $90,000 to provide covered bleachers, player benches, water stations, and other equipment for the Harlingen Soccer Complex.
Mayor Victor is here, the current president for Rotary, who's going to make a presentation to the city. You need to come here more often with
Yes,
presentations
if
like
you,
that.
I'll do my best. Well, good evening, everyone. Do I have everybody? Okay. Oh, yes, please. Yes. I won't take much of your time, but I just want to, well, first of all, Mayor, Commissioners, Gabe, thank you all for giving us the opportunity to come before you. So as you all know, I'm Victor DeVetta, but I'm wearing a different hat, not just with Loaves and Fishes, but I now serve as the president for this year's Rotary Club of Harlingen. I'm joined tonight by several of my fellow Rotarians and these lovely children behind me. But we're proud to present this contribution toward improvements at the Harlingen Soccer Complex. It has been a labor of love for several years now. This gift reflects years of commitment and follow-through from past Rotary presidents and their boards. To name a few, I have Lucy Cadenas, Joseph Alberry, who's behind me. We have Juju Stringfield to my left, and Chris Boswell, former mayor, each of whom have helped carry this project forward. This wasn't a quick win. It took patience, planning, and a shared belief that investing in youth and public spaces strengthens our community. I've had the privilege of serving on several of those boards and seeing the heart behind this effort. With strong support from the people of Harlingen and the success events like the Rotary Shrimp Fest, shameless plug, next March, save the date, and our Rotary Golf Tournament, shameless plug, September 27th this year, we will continue to raise much-needed funds for different special projects that every president has an opportunity to think of and envision for the next going years. So, but it is my honor and privilege to share that the city that we love, and it's Harlingen. So thank you for receiving this gift, and we thank you for all the work you do for Harlingen. And so we're ready. So I do have to say this, we already broke the agreement, because in the agreement, and if you read it, Gabe, it says that we're donating how much? Say it for everyone, on record.
75.
75? Again, it goes up to 90, right? Well, not just 90, but we pulled it all together because we wanted to see 3 digits, right? So a total of 6 digits. So the Rotary Club of Harlingen is going to present the city of Harlingen with $100,000 for the soccer complex. So surprise, surprise. So now we have to make some adjustments to the agreement from 75 to 90 to 100,000. But it is a labor of love from all of the club presidents in the past and Rotarians. But I just want to give an opportunity if anybody would like to say a few words. Or okay. We have members and we have the kids here. Kids, come on up. This is the reason why we do it, y'all. I mean, we work tirelessly as fellow Rotarians. We have Mike. We have, of course, Frank Morales. But come on up. This is our opportunity to shine bright, because this is why we do it. So come up to the front. And if we can take a picture, of course, with the commission, if you all don't mind.
Yes, we'd love to take a picture, but I do want to, just for a moment, just to thank you. I appreciate you, each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I know the commission feels the exact same way. We know this has not been easy, and it takes time, it takes effort, and all of this that you do, aside from your lives and jobs and everything else. But I think that everything that we do, you said it perfectly, is for the little ones. It's for these kids and for the kids in the future. And the community has been speaking loud about what they want over at the soccer complex. And so being able to partner with you is really helping the community at large. So we really appreciate, I'm so excited that check is a little larger, a lot larger than anticipated. I'm sure that Gabe will make those changes quickly.
Yes, please. The check's not in the mail yet until we make the adjustment.
Yes, so we will make sure, yes. But thanks again. Thank you for your service today and tomorrow and all the days in the future that you will continue to do things for the city of Harlingen and for all those in the past that made this happen.
Made it happen.
We thank you all.
Yes, and just one real quick plug just for Joseph Alberry. It was something he had thought of at his year. It was our centennial year, 100 years of Rotary. We're now 102 years old, but of our Rotary Club of Harlingen, the Rotary Club of Harlingen. Sorry. Frank, but yes, nonetheless, it was the brainchild of Joseph Alberry, and we continue to help support that initiative until fruition. So we're hoping to see children and enjoy themselves and reaping the benefits of everyone's hard work and contributions to all our fundraisers.
And so if I can make another Rotary plug.
Yes, by all
This
means.
is my club.
Yes.
Daniel is in the Thursday Sunburst Club. And Frank just recently joined the Tuesday Afternoon Club, so welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, fellow Rotarians. Service above self, that's why we're here. So, all right.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you
If
so
we can
much.
take the photo, and Gabe, if you want to join us as well.
Up front?
Yeah.
Can we come up front?
I know, I'm trying.
Facebook material. You've got it. Just waiting for you. I'm gonna send it to you. No, I'm gonna send it to you. So Valerie do
Yeah, we'll change it, and then I'll get it to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to, yes.
We gotta make the motion.
Yeah.
You know, I don't recall that we voted on this.
Do that right
Okay.
now. But
So-
before we do that, can we get one more round of applause for the amazing Rotary?
So I would like to make a motion to accept $100,000.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all.
We're going to go ahead and move on to item 10D.
Okay.
It is consideration and possible action to authorize the city manager to execute a donation agreement between the City of Harlingen and the Jackson Street Market Days in the amount of $100,000 to provide for public restrooms on downtown Jackson Street. And we have downtown here.
So Jackson Street Market Days is our nonprofit committee that hosts our first Saturday of the month market every first Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3. And I'm so excited to be able to introduce the committee members here that we have. This is their 25th anniversary for Jackson Street Market Days. So let's applaud them on that.
All right. Let's take a little pause. Let's take a pause. Did the recording stop?
Did it
For
go?
those that are at home? Because that's what it said, I heard. And I don't want to have to redo it. And we want everybody at home to see this wonderful.
Is it going?
Yes, okay, thank you. Sorry, Alexis.
Yes, so if I'd like to invite the members of the committee, if you would like to say a few words in regards to your donation. Come on.
I'm not shy, y'all know me. I'd like to say, we got a great committee, we're short one person tonight, but it was a dream we started, and Sue's husband giggled at us 25 years ago, and said, this won't work.
He called it the Market Minute.
And it has just blossomed into a wonderful thing. It's a good thing for the city for sales tax. It's great for our merchants. It's a wonderful, wonderful deal, and we would love to get a public bathroom. And so, you know, I'm Beth Fuquay, Sue DeBrook, and June Ramirez. And we're short, we did y'all a favor, we didn't invite Steve. But yes.
So we will be putting these restrooms at Lozano Plaza where we utilize our green space a lot for our events and market days and sundowns. So we are very fortunate to have the Market Days Committee as a part of our, to partner with them with the City of Harlingen. And we are so excited to bring these restrooms to downtown.
Well, don't go anywhere, ladies. Thank you so much. We really appreciate all of your hard work and decades of service, and it's definitely a wonderful tradition and an addition to the City of Harlingen. Do we have, are we taking a photo? Yeah. Yes?
Let's take a photo.
Okay.
Let's do it. Is there a motion?
We will do that once we get that.
Commissioner, I think they're going to take a picture with this.
I'm going to pretend there's.
And can I mention, it is $100,000 of donation for these Lozano Plaza restrooms.
To the first 100,000. He's gone to lunch.
Oh, hey, how are you? Thank you for reminding me. All right. Thank you for indulging us. Not every day do we get the donations of $200,000 for the City of Harlingen, so we thank you so much. We don't have any other donations on the agenda?
No, unfortunately, no.
All right, let's move back over to citizen communication.
We gotta make a motion.
I'm sorry, yes.
I make a motion to approve the donation.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose? Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, now we are going to go back to citizens' communication, and we do have 4 citizens that signed up.
Okay.
Our first one will be Brenda Trevino.
All right.
She can come up.
Hi, everyone. Hello, good evening. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. My name is Brenda Trevino. I am a Business Development Advisor for Lone Star National Bank that does cover Cameron County. So I'm pretty excited to be here today, and thank you for your time. So, dear community partners, Lone Star National Bank, in collaboration with the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation, is proud to invite you to our first ever Lunch and Learn business seminar coming soon, taking place on Wednesday, August 20th at the TSDC Welcome Center in Harlingen. This informative seminar is designed for local businesses community in mind, whether you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, or a community leader. We invite you to join us for an engaging afternoon, focusing on providing particular tools, banking insights, and valuable resources to help you grow and strengthen your business in the community. We're here from experts in the financial industry, such as us at Lone Star National Bank, Business Relation Manager Eduardo Gonzalez, and UTRGV Senior Business and Trade Advisor Arturo Gonzalez. So, time and location will be August 20th, 2025. Arrival is 11 o'clock, networking 11:15, presentations from 11:30 to 1. Space is limited, so we encourage all our business in the area to reserve your seat today. Enjoying a complimentary lunch from Stefano's, which a proud Lone Star National Bank business customer of ours, as you gain valuable insight to help grow your business. RSVP by emailing Ms. Escobar at Harlingen EDC, and I have a certain number. We do have some flyers that we're giving out today, so I'll give each and every one of the flyers so we can definitely reserve your spot.
All
We look forward to your participation in this exciting initiative aimed at building a stronger business community together. Thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Next, we have Raymond Reyes.
Raymond Reyes, 706 Nantucket Drive. I've missed a couple of these, but needless to say, for good reason. I've been kind of on tour, doing different things throughout this great state of ours. You know, there's always good things going on in Harlingen, so that's a good thing to see. One thing that I always remind everybody, not just here, Harlingen, San Antonio, wherever I go, is we need to stay what I call in check and stuff for why we're doing what we're doing. And one thing I noticed that I guess it's been going on for a while, but man, there's really a lot of people that are involved with the law now, politicians. So one thing that I've noticed is that to me, the law's the law. And sometimes I feel it might get manipulated because of the interpretation. But it's written in a particular way that it should always be enforced the way it's written. We can't make up things as we go along, because if we do that, then in the end, sometimes we act surprised when we shouldn't be surprised, because I myself pretty much believe in karma. Everything catches up. There's no free pass in life. I tell that to a lot of people that talk to me about business. How did I get where I'm at today? You know, there's no shortcuts in life, whether it's in business or in your life or the career you choose. You just gotta, you know, there's ups and downs. You do the best you can with what you got. As elected officials, you can't make everybody happy, but you go with what the majority wants. And I think the majority wants a better Harlingen. I think that's always been what the citizens want. I know that's what I want. I have, you know, a whole bunch of grandkids here, the little ones that, you know, they've been out in the soccer field, they participate in sports, and they're very active in the community. And I think if we stayed focused on what's best for everybody as a whole and not for certain individuals, you know, I always say you can't take it with you. In the end, you're remembered for how you treated people and the type of standards you live by. So I think that if we just stay focused to what the prize is, and that's a better life for everybody in Harlingen, then we're going to be okay. And if not, you know, it's going to catch up. Trust me. I know a lot of people that's happened to. So on that note, I got to go see my granddaughter. She's going to be at the stadium. She's a Harlingen cheerleader. So you guys have a good meeting, but I'm out of here. Thank you. And I think I beat the bus.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to have Ron Lozano.
Good afternoon. 2 months after Mayor Sepulveda's induction, the Board of Healthy Harlingen met at the old library and approved one expenditure to a new media concern that was tabbed at $452,000. An appointee of the board, Eric Sepulveda, was asked if he knew anything about such expenditure he had just voted in favor of. He claimed ignorance about any aspect of his vote. Mayor Sepulveda, his spouse, had also attended the meeting, so she too was queried similarly. Initially, she ignored the question. However, soon she bellowed harassment in front of several witnesses. Appearance of impropriety is something explicit in Harlingen laws, as Mayor Sepulveda recently made mention. Either Harlingen ordinance have no bearing on how she conducts city business, or, like other current notorious politicians, she feels she's above the law. I hope if it's the latter, she does it on her own dime before taxpayers are saddled with more ludicrous bills like over $1 million for public relations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Robert Lefwich. I don't think he's here.
Is he outside? No. All right, anyone else?
Nobody else.
Okay, great. We'll close citizen communication at this time and move on.
Okay, we're going to move on to item 6, approval of minutes for the regular meeting of April 16, 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item 7, consent agenda. No discussion is anticipated on any of the items in this section because they are routine business, were included in a budget adoption process, or have been previously discussed as a staff report or discussion item. These items will be considered collectively by a single vote unless a commission member requests an item be removed from the consent agenda.
All right, is there anything that needs to be removed? The
Make a
motion?
motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, item 8 is staff reports and other discussion items. Items in this section are not expected to require action by the city commission and are generally for information only. However, any item listed in this section may become an action item at a future meeting with the request of the mayor or after the request of any 2 commission members or the city manager. A, city manager's report. Mr. Gonzalez?
I don't have anything to report, thank you.
Okay, and B is staff reports.
We don't have any staff reports today either.
Okay, we're going to move on to item 9, public hearings. At this time, the mayor will invite members of the public who have filled out the public hearing and the citizen communication form to address each item listed in this section. Please limit your comments to the topic of that public hearing. If more than one public hearing is being held, you will be allowed to speak during each topic, provided you have filled out the public hearing and citizen communication form for the appropriate topic. If you are signed up for 2 or more public hearings, you will be limited to 5 minutes for all topics. At this time, we have none for public hearings.
Okay, so we'll go through this quickly. Item 9A, public hearing for rezoning request from not designated district to planned development district for single-family residential use with smaller lots and 32-foot wide paved streets within 50 feet of right-of-way for a 77.89 acre tract of land being part of Block 15 and all of Block 16, Harlingen Land and Water Company Subdivision C, located on the south side of Kroger Avenue between McCullough Street and Chester Park Road. This time we'll open the public hearing on this item. Having no one here to speak for or against or signed up, we'll close the public hearing. Item 9B, public hearing for the voluntary annexation of 126.50 acres of land out of the Cameron County School Land Survey 279 located along the west side of Bob Euchre Road and all the adjacent right-of-way along Rio Hondo Road, Woodall Avenue, and Bodenhammer Road, and the east 1,413.96 feet of Rio Hondo Road. At this time, we'll open the public hearing on this item. Having no one here to speak for or against, or no one signed up to speak, we'll close the public hearing and move on to items 10.
Okay, item 10 is action items. City Commission will discuss, consider, and take any action deemed necessary on items listed on this section, including the adoption of a resolution or an ordinance. Item 10A is consideration and possible action to adopt an ordinance on first reading to rezone from not designated district to planned development district for single-family residential use with smaller lot sizes and 32 feet wide paved streets within 50 feet of right-of-way for a 77.89 acre tract of land being part of Block 15 and all Block 16, Harlingen Land and Water Company Subdivision C, located on the south side of Kroger Avenue between McCullough Street and Chester Park Road. Applicant Javier Hinojosa. We have planning.
An ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Harlingen, rezoning from not designated N District to Planned Development PD District to allow 37-foot wide paved streets with 50 feet of right-of-way and smaller lot sizes bearing a legal description of 77.89 acre tract of land being part of Block 15 and all of Block 16, Harlingen Land and Water Company Subdivision, located on the northeast corner of Rodeo Drive and Altus Palmas Road, providing for publication and ordaining other matters related to the foregoing.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item 10B, consideration and possible action to adopt an ordinance on second and final reading for the voluntary annexation of 126.50 acres of land out of Cameron County School Land Survey 279, located along the west side of Bob Bucher Road and all the adjacent right-of-way along Rio Hondo Road, Woodall Avenue, and Bodenhammer Road, and the east 1,413.96 feet of Rio Hondo Road.
An ordinance extending the corporate limits of the City of Harlingen by annexing for full purpose a 126.50 acre tract of land out of the Cameron County School lands located along the north side of Bodenhammer Road and west of Bob Yoker Road, binding the land to all of the acts, ordinances, resolutions, and for regulations of the city, providing for severability and providing an effective date.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. Item 10E, consideration and possible action to approve a memorandum of understanding between the City of Harlingen and Cameron County Drainage District Number 3, 5, and 6, and Cameron County Irrigation District Number 1 and 2, and authorize the city manager to sign the MOU.
Motion approved.
Second. I have a question. Mark, did these drainage districts and irrigation district, have they already approved this MOU?
I think some of them have been,
Some?
yeah.
That is correct. Drainage District Number 6 had approved it, and we've sent the draft to the other districts for their review.
When did you send it? Today, yesterday, last week?
We've been in coordination with them for the last few weeks. I know this final copy, we got it, I want to say last week, Mark? But we've been in contact with the different drainage districts in regards to this.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Robert, please get us a list as soon as you guys
Yes,
can
sir.
of all the projects you guys are looking at doing, and then the order you're going to be doing them in, please.
You got it.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move along to item 10F, consideration and possible action to propose a desired tax rate for tax year 2025.
Okay, I'm just going to pause you right there, and let's, we have Remi here, right? Because we might have a discussion, we might be, is he here?
No.
No? Nobody's here? Okay, then we can keep going.
Okay. Robert?
Good evening, Mayor, City Commissioners, and staff. As discussed in our workshop earlier, we have performed the calculations for the no new revenue tax rate and the voter approval tax rate. The no new revenue tax rate calculation came out to .509129, and our voter approval rate is .528560 per 100. So this meeting is to set the desired tax rate to go forward with our setting the tax rate and our budget. This will be posted on our public hearing notice, and we plan for our public hearing to our public hearing and our first reading of the budget and the tax to be August 20th, 2025. So this will require a record vote so that we can post that on our notice to be published.
Okay.
We need a motion.
So, yeah, and you make a motion in a second, and then an individual.
Correct.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to set the proposed tax rate at 0.526060.
And I'll second that.
And this is the decrease in the tax rate as recommended by Gabe, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So then we'll start with Commissioner Kinsley?
I vote yes. Aye.
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 Nay.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
So we will now post the public notice, and our public hearing will be August 20th.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work, and Gabe as well.
We're going to move on to item 10G, consideration and possible action to approve a resolution calling and ordering the November 4th, 2025 City of Harlingen General Election to elect one member for the position of mayor, one member for City Commissioner for District 1, and one member for City Commissioner District 2 to the Harlingen Governing Body and any other matters related to the election. Authorize the city manager to execute an election service contract with Cameron County Elections Department, providing for dates for early voting by personal appearance, providing for deadline for application for absentee ballot, and providing any effective date. We are calling the election, and we do have a contract with Cameron County. It's all been added to y'all's packet, and I just need an approval.
So I'll make a motion to approve item G.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
One abstention.
I'm sorry, yes, and for the record, there was Commissioner Lopez abstaining from both G and H, and I stand corrected, there was everyone except for Commissioner Lopez voting on this item. Moving on.
Moving on, item 10H, consideration and possible action to approve a request from Remi Garza, Cameron County Elections Department, to use the Harlingen Culture Arts Center located at 575 76th Drive and the Town Hall Meeting Room located at 118 East Tyler Street, Monday, October 20th through Friday, October 24th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, October 25th through Sunday, October 26th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday, October 27th through Wednesday, October 29th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Thursday, October 30th through Friday, October 31st, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., in both locations on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Election Day.
So moved.
I had a question.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
on the early voting, so I can understand it, so the only early voting locations are going to be the Culture Arts Center and City Hall.
No, I was just told this morning that the Wilson Annexation Building will be
Okay.
open, and there also the Harlingen Convention Center.
Okay,
will be
perfect,
available.
that's what I was wondering. Okay.
So then but they don't appear here.
They don't appear because they're barely getting it approved through their council, and they were working on the contract with the convention center. All they had sent us was for the Cultural Arts Center and for Town Hall.
So Mark, we can just amend it later to include more locations?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that the convention center and the annex has been historically used in these elections. Is this going to be, it's still going to be countywide?
It's still going to be countywide.
So the county locations that in Brownsville
Will
and
be
every other location will be able to vote for the city election?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And these are just here because this is what the cost is to the city for
Yes.
these buildings?
Correct.
All right. Okay, so we had a motion from Mike
Second.
and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Oppose, motion carries, and Commissioner Lopez abstains from this item.
We're going to move on to item 11, board appointments. Specifically appointed or discussion and possible action to include appointment and/or removal of any position subject to appointment or removal by statute, ordinance, or bylaws.
I have none.
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 If we could just, I don't have any, but if we can have the updated list of, we have the board appointments usually attached to the agenda, so if there's any that are expiring that I need to, I think I have one that I need to reappoint, I just can't think which one it is.
I'll send it to you, Mayor.
Me too, please.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, or to the
Can you
commission,
send it to everybody?
in
I'll send
the,
it to
for
everybody.
everybody's packet.
Yes.
All right. Moving on, since we don't have any, you said no, right?
No.
No board appointments?
Okay, moving on to item 12, executive session. All items listed in this section will be deliberated in a closed session. Members of the public are not generally permitted to attend a closed session. Executive session items may be considered as an action item at the discretion of the mayor. However, City Commission will not take any action in closed session. Item 12A, pursuant to Government Code Section 551.071, attorney consultation and contemplated litigation. Section 551.072, deliberation regarding real estate, and Section 551.087, economic development relating to the following projects. 1, Project Blade, Project Roosevelt, and Project Career. Item 12B, pursuant to Chapter 551, Subchapter D, VTCA Government Code, Section 551.074, personnel involving the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, and/or duties of the position of CEO. Item C, consultation with legal counsel under Texas Government Code 551.071 to receive a briefing on issues protected by the attorney-client communication privilege and regarding currently pending and/or reasonably anticipated litigation. Item D, consultation with legal counsel under Texas Government Code 551.071 to receive a briefing on issues protected by the attorney-client communication privilege and regarding currently pending and/or reasonably anticipated litigation. And item E is discussion pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.074 to deliberate on the employment of the city manager.
All right, and motion to get into executive session.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. The time is now 6:47 PM, and we will retire to executive session and be out shortly. Thank you.
It's actually read like a token novel.
Sure. All right, the time is now 8:12 PM, and we are back in open session. Ms. Myra?
Item 13, action on executive session items. The City Commission will reconvene in open session and may take action on any item listed in the executive session section of this agenda. Item A, consideration and possible action on items 12A, 1 through 3, as discussed in executive session.
Make a motion to approve, including the expenditure as discussed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. And we are, oh,
No, we
we are not adjourned.
Item B, consideration and possible action on item 12B, as discussed in executive session.
Make a motion to approve, subject to legal.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. C, consideration and possible action on item 12C, as discussed in executive session.
Second. Or, make a motion.
I can make a motion to proceed as discussed.
That's your motion?
Yes. I'm sorry, I got to my, what? Yes, I second.
You got sleep in your eye.
All right, and we have a second?
Yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
D, consideration and possible action on item 12D, as discussed in executive session.
I'll make a motion to proceed as discussed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, E is consideration and possible action on item 12E, as discussed in executive session.
Make a motion to proceed as discussed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
And we're done.
And now we are done. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.